I've been asked from time to time over the years, what is the big bead about on various discs that we have? The first disc that we had the bead on was the Classic Rock, which was made in approximately 1986. And the reason why we put the bead on that disc and big bead putters and spiders and other discs that we do is to keep the disc stable for longer. A lot of people think it's to make the disc more stable, and it's not. And it never has been. It's to keep the disc stable for a longer period of time. Plus, a lot of people like the fact that it's a little bit rounder on the bottom edge than the no bead, and it feels more comfortable to them. Other people don't think it does, so they don't like that big bead. But it is to retard the wearing of the disc, not to make the disc more stable. So now you know the secret of the bead.
Welcome back, viewers around the globe. Thanks for joining us on day 3 coverage here on Disc Golf Planet. Crazy John alongside 3 of our top 4 Masters men featured today. Off the top, Ken Climo, Barry Shultz, Jay Redding. We're missing Patrick Brown right now. He's had some other things to take care of. But right now, fellas, first of all, congratulations on finishing day 3. A lot of challenges out there, both mental and physical. I'm going to start with you, Ken, off the top of the card. You know, there's a lot of distractions out there, both physical, human, nature. Where's your biggest, you feel, biggest hiccup today, either in experience or wherever it is?
I feel the few tee shots I threw out of bounds later in the round were my biggest hiccups, but I cleaned them up impeccably, so it didn't hurt me as bad as it could have. A few of those later in the round, early OBs, we had to take it really close to the tee pad. I think I cleaned those up quite well, so I was able to get out with a halfway decent score, and it could have went the other way with some of those early tee shots I threw out of bounds late.
They're very uncharacteristic off the tee. You guys have played just about every course there is, even though they're growing every day. But literally, do you pull on something? What has to do you slip down into a lower gear when that happens? Do you have to check yourself literally before you step back in? What happens when you're throwing a tee shot out of bounds?
Yeah, I mean, I threw the tee shots out of bounds because I was being aggressive. So, you know, I can live with that. If I was being non-aggressive and they went out of bounds, that's something hard to live with. But being aggressive and going out of bounds, I'm fine with that. At least I was trying to make the shot, and they were only a few, a foot out of bounds or so. So it wasn't like a huge mistake. It was a tiny mistake, but it cost me. And you just got to recover from them and do the best you can from there on out. Make some putts.
Well put, Barry. You're such a pleasure to watch, too. You know, you have a demeanor that's very attractive. I don't know if you know your fans speak very highly of it. And the way that you occupy yourself with a positive thought, would you like to care to add something to that? For instance, after 8, you know, that was a bit of section of your life that went down.
Yeah, it was a long hole. I threw a couple of good shots, didn't quite end up the way I wanted them to. I was snookered behind a couple of trees, and that just happens out there. You know, we don't play with a lot of trees on this course because we got wide openness, so just so happened I got snookered on that one hole that you're going to get that. I threw some good shots. I threw some good shots and didn't read the wind right, and that cost me a couple. I missed a putt or two, but I think I did okay recovering from that 8, and I kept a good attitude, kept positive, and just kept plugging away.
What do you like about the design here at Blue Lake? How does it play to your game?
I think the out of bounds plays my game. Typically, the harder the course, the better. But all these long shots, it's not my favorite type of golf. I would have liked to seen the red stakes be on maybe half the holes out there, just so we could have some stretch out and some rescue shots, and it's kind of sanitized the course a little bit out here. So, you know, a lot of guys like to throw hard. I'm getting older. I don't really like to do that as much, but it's still a fun course.
So if I do a little math, you're okay with them losing, say, about 2,000 red stakes? Would be okay?
Yeah, it might save a little money for him, too, and time and effort, all that stuff.
They could build a pro shop.
That's right.
Jay Redding, another crowd favorite, you know, multiple-time world putting champion. It's always interesting to see how you can recover. Your game is so far and wide. You're very talented. But I want to ask you, a couple of times today, you made some putts that you just had to have, or the momentum would have gone out the trunk. How do you feel about your putting performance today?
Yeah, you know, actually, I'd say probably those 4 or 5 clutch putts was really all that there was out there for putts. Everything else was kind of drop-ins, and so that kind of shows that the course is really a distance-oriented course. You know, a guy like me that wants to be making some kind of a fancy putt on every hole for the score, I don't get that opportunity out here. It's really more about the staying in the fairway, and really for my game is following the game plan, which I felt like I did for the most part. I was really happy with after missing the Mando on the second hole, I bounced back with 4 birdies in a row, so I felt like I did pretty good. You know, my probably weak part in my game is getting right back up after a long wait. And we had many weights in the back, and it just kind of, you know, that bogs you down, especially when you feel like you've got the momentum going. So, you know, the back end, obviously, I would like to finish a lot better. I played conservative on a few holes and got burned, you know, trying to play the smart guy. But that usually does work out all right.
Speaking to the weights, I believe we had 4 today. The first one that we experienced, I think the longer, was 8 minutes on number 4. What do you occupy your mind with when that's going on?
Well, apparently I need to listen to somebody else give their advice.
Self-help tapes?
Yeah, you know, I mean, you know, especially at this age, you know, you want to keep moving. You know, everything starts to tighten up as soon as you sit down for more than a few minutes when you've got all the engines running hot, and you know, so it's really kind of I'm okay with a loose conversation, you know, hydration, a little food right there, but, you know, it's important to be able to, you know, jump right back into it as soon as, you know, it is your turn, and that's something that I do need to work on.
You know, we're really proud to follow the group. We never know where we're going sometimes, but I'll tell you what, we walked on some great paths, watching some incredible shots today. Our Planet viewers at home just really enjoying what they're seeing. I want to congratulate you on finishing day 3, as well as your compatriots there in the card.
Yeah,
good luck to all of you.
We'll see if I hold on to the lead card, but it's awesome having you guys out here, and we appreciate you guys bringing disc golf to the world, so it's a great thing. Thanks a lot. We'll see you guys out there hopefully next round.
Very kind. Jay Redding, congratulations on completing day 3. This completes today's broadcast, folks. Also, those of you at home and around the world enjoying these live pictures coming from Portland, Oregon. Plenty more play and high-level disc golf action coming your way. Today's show brought to you by UB Disc Golf, those crazy people that make flying discs in frying pans, but boy, do they go far. And Dynamic Discs. Multiplicity of locations, and Jeremy Roscoe's dream well at work. Also, the PDGA, our founding and sanctioning organization worldwide for the sport of professional disc golf, and Innova Disc Golf. Proud and tall supporter of each and every Planet broadcast. On behalf of our entire broadcast team and Rebecca Duffy, I'm Crazy John Brooks saying thanks for joining us. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow as we continue our live coverage of the PDGA Professional World Disc Golf Championships here in Portland, Oregon. From Disc Golf Planet and our entire crew, thank you, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Disc golf is in the air. PDGA.com.